Hello and welcome to Stamping Around the World. We are a group of demonstrators from around the world who participate in a video hop once a month. The video hop is this month around the technique of water. So I've decided that I will be using Playing in the Rain stamp set, and I've also decided that I'll be using the soft pastels, which are in the clearance rack, but they are a great medium. So I'll be using those guys to do the colouring today. I'll also be using watercolour paper. Now we have these packs of Fluid 100 watercolour paper, and I've cut my piece to 3 inches by 4 inches for the piece that I will be using, and then I'll have a little scrap for the umbrella because I'm going to put that umbrella in his hand. I have made the card once, and I will show you how to make it. So you can follow me at Sharon Dalton 3969 on YouTube. So let's get into it. Just move that out of the way. Now, if you're looking for something to do on a Thursday night at 7 p.m. Australian Eastern Standard Time, I have a Thursday night live on my Sharon Dalton Independent Stampin' Up page. So that's my studio name. Just leave that up there. All right, let's get into it. So we need a card base. Our card base is 21 by 14.85 scored at 10.5. So we have a Night of Navy card base. Then we'll need our 3x4 piece of so I usually use inches, so I'll skip between both of them. Yeah, so 4 by 3 inch for the watercolor piece, and then I have a little scrap here for my umbrella. So I'm going to do both of those, and then I've got 2 layers which are 10 by 14.3, and then I have another layer which is, I think, 9.5 by 13.8, and then I have a scrap for the sentiment. So I'm just going to pop those up there because I don't need them at the moment. Now we will be watercoloring with the aqua painters. Now these guys can be found in the online store, but they can also be found on page 118 of our annual catalogue. So when you get these, some people have a lot of trouble getting the barrel to undo. Well, it's a left-hand thread, so you've got to wind it to the left and then wind it back onto the right when you're excuse me, when you're filling it. So we're going to use that one and that one, and we also need some Memento ink because we're using water-based, we need to stamp in solvent-based inks. So we're going to use this little guy. Don't ask me what kind of character he is, I don't really know. So yeah, so we're going to stamp him. Now load your image up fairly heavily because you want to have a crisp image on your watercolor paper, and the watercolor paper is quite absorbent. So let's get that out of the road. So I'm just going to put him about the middle. There we go. Oh, beautiful crisp image. Now, the one thing I will tell you with Stays On ink, you will need to clean it straight away. So we've got some Stays On cleaner here, and I'm going to use a baby wipe to clean the excess off with the Stays On, and then I will use our proper cleaner. Actually, I'll stamp the other one before I do that. I'll stamp the little umbrella. I'll just move him out of the road for a minute. Nice and juicy. Now you can buy re-inkers to re-ink up your ink pads. I'll just move them to the side for now, and then this one here, just put a bit of Stays On cleaner on it. There we go. And then use the baby wipe to get most of it off. You want to get that off straight away, and try not to use Stays On your photopolymer stamps. I don't recommend it. I'd rather use them on these cling mounted ones. And then we will get our Stampin' Scrub, and we're going to use some Stampin' Mist on the wet side. Give it a good clean off, get most of that black off, and then on the dry side, just dry them off. And do that straight away, otherwise you'll end up with not very nice looking stamps. I'll just pop those aside. Now you can buy all of those things in my online store. Okay, getting back to colouring now. We don't need the Stays On anymore, so I'll pop it away. Okay, so colouring. So I'm going to use the fine brush here, and I'm going to use our pastels. So, because I want to colour him in a darkish kind of outline, I'm going to use the Mossy Meadow of this. Now, there's a fair bit of water on my brush, so I will need to load up my brush. And then the beauty of this is that you can keep going back and forth over it. Try not to be squeezing your brush. Just try to let the water that's in the brush let you guide the ink about. Now, if you haven't used these pastels, they are a really good watercoloring medium. I use them with daubers, and I colour in just with the dauber, making sure that I'm using Versamark I can use, or a watercolor, water paper, what do you call this stuff? Fluid 100. So yeah, so just keep working it in. If you're not liking where it is, just keep working it. Okay, righto, so I'm just going to go a bit more in there, and then now I mustn't forget his little hands here. So yeah, there's so many different techniques we can do with water. We can use our ink pads and spritz some colour with the re-inkers. There's quite a lot we can do actually with water and our inks. So just colour that one in. Now, as you can see, I haven't really used a lot of water in there, but I'm happy with the colour of him. Right, so you want to clean this off. So I just have a microfiber cloth here, and I just squeeze And hey presto, that's clean now, and just move that back to the side. Righto, now here's jacket I'm going to do in Night of Navy. So this one I am going to put a little bit more water with it because I want it to be not a very strong colour on his jacket. So again, just lightly, you don't have to add a lot of water or squeeze it. You can see that the water's soaking up the on the watercolor paper, so just adding a little bit more water. Now I do want to make it just that little bit darker, so grab some more, and I want to do a bit darker under his neck there, and then I also want to do it a bit darker around his buttons. And then just keep blending the colour in. There we go. Pretty happy with that. Just keep playing until you're happy with it. A couple of little loose pieces in there. And now his little puddle down here, because we've got this Coastal Cabana, I think it is, colour here. Let's have a look. Yeah, Coastal Cabana. I'm going to do that for his little puddle. Okay, so put a little bit of water in there and just spread it out. Now if you didn't want it so dark, you could just grab your cloth here and just dauber that off so it wasn't quite so dark. Or you can just add a bit more water and make it as light as. There you go, there's our little fella coloured. I'm just going to put some pink on his, this is Poppy Parade, this colour. Put some pink on his nose. Now give it a bit more water because you don't want it to be too strong. And now I'm also going to put just a bit inside of his ears there and up there as well. So I'm pretty happy with that. So just cleaning off your brush on the side there. Now this one, I'm just going to add some water in there first, and then I'm going to come in with this crushed curry. I love watercoloring. It's just so peaceful and relaxing. So I can't wait to see what the other girls come up with for their little projects. So I think I've done that. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a watercolor wash all over the back. So I'm going to put the pastels away for now. Then I'm going to bring some balmy blue in here. And I'm going to put some balmy blue on a block. I could have just put it straight down here on my glass mat, but I didn't. And then I'm just going to spray this, and I'm going to give this a very light mist there because we want to be able to have the water moving, and that's where this big brush comes in handy. There's no water in that, so undo it, left hand thread, and just put a little bit of water in that. There we go. How are we going for time? Pretty good. And then back on with a right hand thread turn. So yeah, give yourself some water on your brush. And then we are literally going to, well, splatters, yes. We're going to do splatters. Come on, mate. Right. and then we're going to go backwards and forth. Now you don't really want to go over the image that you've already coloured. Just going to go around him. Whoa, I did put a little bit there, but that's okay. We can fix that up with our little brush. Doesn't have to be perfect, just as long as you get some colour on there. There we go. Now don't worry about those bits off the edge, because they'll be fine, they'll dry fine. Pretty happy with that. So I'm just going to wipe this off. We do have a little chamois that comes with this. I have cut mine into multiple pieces, but I just find that I've got this cloth out, I just use that. So again, when you want to clean off your brush, just give it a squeeze, and you just squeeze the excess out of that. Right, so that's our background done. So now we need some, actually I might just blend this bit into here. Notice there's a bit of a dry bit there. Another bit there. Around his ear here. Yeah, just move it about. Overall, I'm pretty happy with that. And that was balmy blue, that was. Right, so let's get the heat tool in to dry these off. Now you will find that it will curl a little bit, but just flip it over. Now the beauty of this glass mat is that we can heat on it. It's heat resistant. Now if you're not happy with all of that colouring, you know, you can easily add some more water to it. Let's get this card. Right, now I want to put some raindrops. Okay, so I'll just take that one off and put it there. And we don't want to put raindrops on the actual little character, so we're just gonna do raindrops around him. Oh, that was close. We've got rain here today, actually. So, there we go. Maybe another one up there. There we go. There's our little character. So now I'm going to bring in my chamois and clean off that stamp. There's our other little cloth. And we are also going to stamp, while we've got the ink out, we are also going to stamp, not in Balmy, we're going to stamp our sentiment in Night of Navy. So, okay. Beautiful. Okay. Now all of my bits are made, so let's put this card together. I've got an inner, actually I need to put this little guy on my inside. Now I'm not going to use Stays On, I'm going to use Night of Navy for that. Now you could colour that one if you wanted, but I'm not going to, so we're going to pop him straight in the middle. Have I got any glue in that one? No, of course not. Let me find the other one. There we go. There we go. Pop that one in our card. There we go. Now we go into our front. Now if I had the Raindrops embossing folder that used to be current, I would have put that on here, but I'm just going to put this down as my layer. You could have used Balmy Blue as well, but I thought the white looked perfect. There we go. And then this guy, again, you could have embossed this one as well, but it down on there. Now this is just a very basic card. Now I think we could put some raindrops, just a few. There we go. Just a couple on there. Now let's put our little character on here. Oh yeah, those raindrops look great. I might need another one up there, but in that corner. Right. Now, even though we've used watercolor paper, if you stick enough glue on this, it will hold it down, because it is a bit bent up. But let's get, oh, you get up there. Whoa. Right, now, we need this Rainy Days one. Need a pair of scissors. This will be what will take the longest. Just chopping these couple of things out. There we go, around that D, and then back down here to our words. Just give a little wiggle every now and then, up here around our I, around our R. Rainy days are better with you. Like I said, it's raining outside at the moment actually. So let's put a bit of dimensionals on him. Some little ones. Just probably 3 of those will be enough. on that one. The one that I did previously, I did it a bit, actually I might put it down here where that little bit of glue went. Yeah, I did a bit of distressing on it. Rainy days are better with you. Let's put that down there and let's quickly cut up this little umbrella. Now I had a bit of trouble yesterday with these around this bit, so I'm going to just make it a little bit wider. There we go. Now I'll just cut around this bit. So all of these products that I've used, they all have something to do with water. Watercolor, water painters, water from the rain. So I think I actually aced this this theme this month. There we go. And then we're just going to put a little dimensional on him as well, just to keep him the same height as the other sign. Actually, we probably only need one on that. There we go, and have him hanging out of his little hand. There we go. There's our card finished. So I'll show you the other one that I made and show you the difference. So this is the other one that I made. And then I also did a couple of other little samples, but I don't know what I did with those ones. I don't know what I did with them. I had a couple others. But let's put some bling on him. Got to have some bling. Okay, and then that's it from me. There will be a list of participants at the end of my bio, so that you can follow along with who's on the video hop. So I really hope you enjoy the hop, and I will talk to you later. Thank you for watching.